Question. How is my future going to be?
Maharishi, you will be the same in the future as you seem to be right now.
Sri Nanagaru's comments, Bhagavan implied that you must try to transcend nature-related attributes. But without making any effort in the current birth, if you ask me about your future births, the answer would be, you will be the same in the future as you seem to be right now. So how can you attain higher births without making any effort?
Question. Why don't you permit me on a pilgrimage to Kashi?
Maharishi, Kashi comprises two letters, Ka and Shi. If you forget those letters, nothing is left out. For example, will the rope represent a snake if you hit your head against the wall? No. Similarly, will the world represent the self if you hit your head against the wall? No.
Question. I feel good while reading a book but find it difficult to practice them. Why?
Maharishi, indeed, putting them into practice won't be easy. It is because the tendencies of several births become hurdles. So, without caring for them, set aside the mind's chattering and carry on the task at hand merely because God has prescribed them and performing them constitutes your duty. Then the tendencies will get annihilated.
Question. Everyone in this world is jealous of each other and lacks mutual love. Though it seems to look like friendship, it is all but drama. Why does the world seem to be like this?
Maharishi, this world belongs neither to you nor me. There is a creator behind it. He will look after it. First, take care of yourself. Then, try to find a way to reform yourself. If you keep thinking about such things, the truth within your heart will not reveal itself.
Question. Can you please tell me a device by which I can get rid of my sorrow?
Maharishi, until you attain that which is entirely devoid of sorrow, that is, Brahman, experiencing distress becomes inevitable.
Question. If I surrender to God, will He fulfill my desire?
Maharishi, is it the surrendered mind which is posing these questions? It is God's will whether or not He wants to fulfill your desire. If you have truly surrendered your mind, such questions will not arise. If you ask so, it implies you have not yet surrendered to God.
Question. My mind constantly craves bliss. But why do you ask me to perform japa and meditation?
Maharishi, by constantly performing japa, the mind gets matured. When the thinking faculty gets purified and attains concentration, the self within reveals itself. It is no different from bliss. The self itself is bliss.
Question. Despite praying to God, contemplating upon Him, and chanting His name, I am not yet contented. What is the reason behind it?
Maharishi, do you have faith in the existence of the God upon whom you are contemplating? Why do you involve yourselves in such a vain talk? You must possess a staunch faith in the existence of God.
Question. You only sit here in the ashram. Why don't you go out and preach in the villages?
Maharishi, how do you know that I don't preach? You ask me to preach in words. You cannot realize what exists within me. The self can be expressed even in silence without words. Suppose a person listens to the sermons for hours together but doesn't get any internal transformation. On the other hand, another person comes to me and derives the faculty of getting released from all his tendencies and bad habits through my silence. Which one is beneficial? Is it the speech or the silence? Decide it yourself.
Question: Will you permit us to take your photograph?
Maharishi, you may do so if it is possible.
Sri Nanagaru's comments: Who is Bhagavan? Bhagavan implies Supreme Brahman. How can one take a photograph of Brahman? The photograph is possible if there is a form. How can one take a photo of a formless one?
Question: Everyone fall asleep and wake up again at 4 or 5 in the morning. Rather than waking up, I would like to continue the sleep for 4 months. Won't it be great if I could do so?
Maharishi, you want to sustain sleep. However, the deep sleep state persists even in the waking state. If you try to attain the deep sleep state in the waking state, you will become Jnani. The deep sleep state represents the true state. The delusion within you and your habits awaken you forcibly. Though you want your sleep to persist, your tendencies will awaken you. It is the ego that forcibly awakens you.
Question: Will everyone appreciate your preachings?
Maharishi, why are you bothered about others? It is the false I which raises this question. Mind your own business. Without knowing yourself, if you know about everyone else, is it jnana or ajnana? You don't know who you are, and also, don't make any attempt in that direction. Still, why are you concerned about others? Others will know about themselves. Mind your own business.
అన్నామలయని పిలచిన క్షణమున వశపరచుకొంటివి తను మనముల అన్నామలయని పిలచిన క్షణమున వశపరచుకొంటివి తను మనముల నిన్ను నమ్మిన నాకేలోటున్నది నిన్ను నమ్మిన నాకేలోటున్నది ఏమున్నది నే కోరవలసినది ఏమున్నది నే కోరవలసినది అన్నామలయని పిలచిన క్షణమున వశపరచుకొంటివి తను మనముల ఏది సుగుణమా ఏది దోషమా నీవు వినా నేనన్యమెరుంగను ఏది సుగుణమా ఏది దోషమా నీవు వినా నేనన్యమెరుంగను నీవే నా సర్వము ప్రాణము నీ పాదములే నాకు శరణ్యము నీవే నా సర్వము ప్రాణము నీ పాదములే నాకు శరణ్యము అన్నామలయని పిలచిన క్షణమున వశపరచుకొంటివి తను మనముల అన్నామలయని పిలచిన క్షణమున వశపరచుకొంటివి